You know that voice in your head, right? The one that loves to whisper doubts right when you're about to do something important? Well, today, we're not just going to talk about that inner critic. We are going to learn how to make it one of your biggest supporters. So let's dive in. Oof, sound familiar? Yeah, that's the voice. It just shows up, totally uninvited, usually right when a new opportunity is on the line. And that feeling, of being held back by your own thoughts, it's something pretty much all of us have to deal with.
But hang on, here's a really different idea. What if we've been looking at this all wrong? What if this voice isn't actually trying to be your enemy, but more like a really, really clumsy protector? That's the huge idea we're going to unpack today.
Okay, so first things first. Let's figure out what this critic is even trying to do. What's its mission? Why does it even exist in the first place? So what's so wild here is the perspective shift. Your inner critic, it isn't some kind of bug in your programming, it's actually a feature, a really old primitive safety alarm. Think about it. It's a leftover from a time when getting rejected by your tribe could literally mean death. So its one and only job is to protect you from things like embarrassment or failure. The only problem, its alarm is just set way too high for modern life. And this right here, this gets to the absolute heart of the whole problem. The critic's intention is good. It wants to protect you. But its method, well, it's just to attack you. It uses fear to try and keep you locked in your comfort zone, and it's basically confusing real preparation with just panicked shouting.
So this is absolutely crucial. Our natural instinct is to fight back, right? To argue with that voice. But that just makes everything worse, because when you push back, your body releases stress hormones. And that just signals to that primitive alarm system that, oh my gosh, the danger is real, which of course just makes it scream even louder. It's a total vicious cycle.
All right, so if fighting it is a terrible idea, what are you supposed to do? Well, that brings us to the solution, a totally new approach we're going to call kind power. This is the toolkit we can use to change the whole game.
Now, the goal here isn't to get rid of your inner critic. Honestly, that's impossible. The goal is to retrain it. We want to keep its job, its protective function, but we need to change its form from a nasty attack to helpful guidance. It's kind of like retraining a very loud, very panicky bodyguard. And this is so important. The first step isn't in your head. It's actually in your body. You have to calm your body down before you can even begin to calm your mind. A super simple breath, in for 4 seconds, out for 6, is actually enough to tell your nervous system that the threat has passed. So once you're a bit calmer, you can use this 6-step framework. First, you just notice the harsh thought. Then, you figure out the fear that's hiding underneath it. Step 3, you actually thank it for trying to protect you. 4, you translate that attack into some real guidance. 5, you take one tiny safe action to prove you're okay. And finally, you anchor yourself with a new supportive thought. And don't worry, we're about to see exactly how this works.
Okay, let's make this real. It's time to see how to put these steps into practice and actually turn that critic from a bully into a helpful coach.
So, meet Maya. Maya's a professional who, like a lot of us, would just completely freeze up at the very idea of speaking in a work meeting. Her inner critic was totally running the show. And that was the critic's go-to line. It's a paralyzing thought, right? And it was designed to keep her safe by just keeping her silent. So instead of fighting that thought, Maya used step 4. She translated the attack, "You'll sound stupid," into this gentle, collaborative request, "Help me speak once, simply." See what she did there? She's not demanding confidence or brilliance. She's just asking for help with one small, totally manageable goal. And then came the tiny action. Her goal wasn't to give some amazing speech. No, it was simply to write down one single sentence that she could say. An action this small just flies right under the radar of the fear response. And it sends a really powerful message back to our brain. See? This is easy. We're safe.
And this whole tiny action thing, it works everywhere. Feeling totally overwhelmed by a big project at work? Just write one sentence. Anxious about your finances? Just log one expense. Struggling to set boundaries? Just draft one simple no text you could send. The whole point is to make the action so small, it feels kind of silly not to do it.
So, where is all this heading? What's the long-term goal? Well, in our final section, we're going to look at the brand new partnership you can actually build with this part of yourself. And here it is. This is the ultimate takeaway. You are not trying to fire this part of you. You're actually trying to give it a promotion from a panicked, screaming bodyguard to a calm, careful advisor. You're finally turning it into a real partner. So here is your practice for today. The very next time you hear that critical voice pop up, just try this simple little sequence. Notice one harsh thing it says. Create one helpful translation. Take one tiny, super safe action, and then choose one anchor sentence to remind yourself of this whole new approach. And maybe your anchor sentence can be as simple and powerful as this one. Just ask yourself, what would change, really change, if you decided once and for all that you are truly on your own side? That is the incredible partnership this practice can offer you. Thanks so much for joining me.